So our staff promoter, James Lee, is going to talk to us about an amazing trip he took with his daughter.
Do you know that?
Fishing to Alaska.
What?
You're on tonight?
Yes.
Just amazing, beautiful scenery, and of course, good fish. But since we have a full agenda, I'm not going to talk to you guys much further. Let's turn it over to James Lee. Thank you, James.
All right. I'll try to take 20 minutes of your time and hopefully make it interesting. So my daughter was supposed to be here. So hopefully she's not at that door trying to get in. So anyway, John Muir once said, never go to Alaska as a young man because you'll never be satisfied for the rest of your life. So how many of you have been to Alaska? Yes, so you know a little bit about what that means. So my daughter and I just did a trip up there, and the feature was these remote Forest Service cabins, wilderness cabins. I'll talk a little bit about that. So this was just last month or just a few weeks ago, and then 12 years prior when she was 10. She was actually there on her 10th birthday. So we go to Alaska in the winter and summer. So this is ice fishing up in Fairbanks, catching baby king salmon. They're really tasty when they're sweet too. But these cabins are kind of interesting. I first read about them in an airline magazine in the mid-90s. And in 97, I decided to just go give them a try. So I went to one of these cabins. The internet wasn't around at the time. So I called, made a reservation. And these were built and maintained by the U.S. Forest Service on Department of Agricultural Land. And this is a screenshot from recreation.gov. So 97, when I first rented these, they're $25 a day. They've gone up to $60 a day. You can't even have lunch here. What? Dry cabins? What do you mean? No water. But you're surrounded by a lake. So, so here are kind of the key things. This is literally, I copied and pasted. This is the verbiage about the cabin. It's a counter space, table, benches, wood stove, outhouse. Firewood is not plentiful. Now you see there's a lot of vegetation there, but it is raining a lot. So everything is damp and wet. Water taken from lakes and streams, you either boil or treat them. Bring your own bedding, sleeping bags, everything. Cooking gear, all garbage and food must be packed out. And I'll tell you why. And the cabin offers seclusion and good fishing. Those are the best two adjectives of this place. Nothing. Nothing. There's no trails. You can't even get there by foot. So, but moose, black bears, brown bears, sheep, mountain goats, bald eagles, loons, porcupines, they're all around. So this is the Kenai Peninsula. That's where this place is. I mean, most people have heard of Anchorage and Seward, so you're kind of in between. This body of water is the Prince William Sound over here. And Lower Paradise Lake is there, and Moose Pass is where we take off from. So I know a bush pilot out there, and he flies us out and drops us off on these lakes. Yeah, that's for two of us for 5 days out there. And this is what the dock was like. It's a boat now. And here's getting in.
you'll see the seatbelt. Put the
So
seatbelt
all
on.
our gear is covered, so it doesn't, because the ride got pretty bumpy. Things were kind of flying around a little bit.
We're just gonna spin there.
And this is taking off. Pretty casual. Yeah, the door is open. I don't know how many flights these guys do per day in the summer, but they're at it all day long. No, oh, no, one cabin at that lake. There's another lake a mile away with another cabin. Yeah. Yeah. So it's getting ready and then taking off. So the water comes from a glacier. That's why it's kind of grayish, the glacial silt.
So those other all like 5%?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not like you're the only guy out there.
Oh, yes. Yes, the cabin I'll show you, we're the only ones there. There's one per lake, and there are 2 lakes in this region. So you can book them in, it's 6 months in advance, but they book quickly because people from all over the world. This is the train that we're flying through. Just steep, just thick bush. And here we're coming into land. So this lake is about 1.5 miles long. We're landing with an upwind landing, and there's some shallow areas and rocks, so you've got to avoid those. And it's a little bumpy because it's raining and it's windy. There's actually whitecaps on the water. So I see what he's doing. He's got a ways to go across the lake, so he wants to kind of just hover just above the water and then lightly touch down and then just
Nice job.
yeah, so he kind of stays up above the water a little bit so we can get all the way to the across the lake, but at a certain point he touches down, but he continues it literally planing until we get in front of the cabin, and then that's when he lets off on the throttle.
The nice thing about this cabin is the wind's always coming from the north over here, and it's just so sheltered here from this.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Did you choose the same cabin?
Now we're on the
every time you
water,
go back?
keeps the
We've done
throttle
both.
going.
You've done both?
Yeah. I like this one because it has some shelter in it. Upper Paradise can get a little windy.
Yeah, I mean the cabin's just out in the open.
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't
when I
know.
dropped them off,
I'm looking outside, I'm not looking at the That's his job. So he's slowing down, and now we're a displacement approach.
And we got a lot of trees.
So this is what the cabin looks like bare. This is what you get. Oh, yes. Hey, that's what the description said. A wooden cabin with a cooking stove, a shelf, bunks, and a bench.
What do you want for $60 a night? Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. No pillows. So this is all the stuff we brought. You know, we want to be comfortable. This is making coffee in the morning. Coffee, yeah. That's our food, by the way. Some canned and some freeze-dried food, but we're fishing. We're gonna catch fish. Yeah. And those glow-in-the-dark stars, my daughter put those up 12 years ago, and they're still there. So that was kind of neat to see.
That is.
This is a drone shot I took right after making that coffee. So that's the outhouse over there. That's how tall the foliage is there. It's thick.
One of the mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, they're this big too.
Yeah.
So this gives you a perspective. Who asked if we were the only ones on the lake? Absolutely yes.
Wow. Who's that guy walking?
That's my daughter.
Yeah, where the land is.
Wow. What's the altitude?
We're like 1,500 feet above sea level. No, the rowboat comes with the cabin. Yeah, so it's a glacier up there. Up the valley is the Wolverine Glacier. It's a pretty large glacier. It's the same, yeah, same thing. So I was teaching my daughter fly fishing. She got pretty good at whacking fish in the eye. But yeah, so out of the 5 days that we were there, we got 3 periods of sunshine. This was one of them. Yeah, it didn't last very long. That's the Arctic grayling. Very good eating fish, very pretty. And this is a big one, a fly that my daughter got. They're good fighting fish too, and they will hit anything. Someone mentioned bears. These used to be square posts. They've been rounded by bears. You can see the claw marks up on top, up there. So they're there, and black bears, as opposed to brown bears, are opportunists for food. So if you leave food out, you're just inviting bear to come by. This is the walk to the outhouse, and there's some nice fresh claw marks on the outside of the outhouse. You know, if you need to be loosened up a little bit, this is the place to do it. Yes, so yeah. Make sure that's on your checklist of supplies.
Are you carrying a gun on you at all?
Yes. So, so this is more bear damage. There's a bunk right into the side of that. I had like a bear banging on it. So, you know, we've been there before. We've never run into a bear. But we're very, very careful. After we eat, we clean everything, wash everything. Any trash, we rinse out. Cans get smashed. And any trash goes into this scent bag. So I use this for hunting to keep the scent in off my hunting clothes, but it works the other way. So I just fold this up, bring it with me. Anything food-wise, waste-wise goes in there. That's a bear scat in the right and center, and that's moose. So they are around. And this is a little bit of just training, make sure she knows how to use this.
Did I hit it?
Try it again.
What was that, Eric? Yeah, I flew with it in the luggage. Yeah, I travel with firearms quite a bit. It's actually not as bad as you think. So this is another perspective. We rode down to the end of the lake to explore a little bit on a quiet day. And this is what it looks like from the other side. I'm flying a drone. Yeah. She's playing Candy Crush. You know, no service, absolutely no service.
Have any communications?
No, well, I did have a Starlink, but only for emergencies. No. There are salmon berries, some blueberries.
How far are you from the camera?
It's about 1.5 miles. Yeah. She wanted to row, and she rowed. I was like, great, you do it. So that cutting board is 12 inches. So this is kind of our normal like dinner. We would go fish in the morning, catch lunch, go fish in the afternoon, catch dinner. And we would just keep the ones that we wanted to eat. She caught the biggest one. Wow. So, you know, a healthy one is like 14. This is probably like 14, 15 inches.
Is there a limit on that?
Oh, that's
No.
wow.
These are high latitude fish. So people from like Michigan, that, you know, and on up, Canada, they're familiar with grayling. They are bony fish. So, you know, chopsticks is great for those. So, but the fly that seemed to work best was this kind of like this red bumblebee fly that seemed to do a pretty good job. That's what we had with the, yeah, just some salt and pepper and olive oil and pan fried them. And tteokbokki. There's rainbow trout in there, but it's really hard to get through the grayling to get the rainbows. So, yeah. Seafood paella, the grayling. Yes. I mean, we didn't starve. And then this was the ride coming to pick us up. It's raining pretty good. So actually all our gear is underneath the boat because we had to get it all out by the beach. And yeah, they just came to pick us up. Yeah, and he was right on time. So we went to a supermarket, and you know, our 5 days on our fishing for our food and a little shelf, and so we were walking to the supermarket, and we both kind of looked at each other like our eyes were kind of overwhelmed with all this food. Look at this. I mean, pizza, ice cream, you know, this is a Safeway up there. And first thing I had was ice cream. That tasted really, really good because I had no sugar or anything. So the next thing we did, and this will just take a couple minutes. If anyone has done some fishing out of Homer, Nilchik, Kenai, this is Seward. Seward is the only place up there you can get multi-species like this in one day. So our main target was a halibut. And of course, she hooks the first one. We threw 2-pound balls down there, 300 feet. 300 feet. Yeah, good arm work. Yeah, that's how fishing works. But this is a little collage of our charter that day. And these guys are really good. That's a halibut. That's silver salmon. That's a rockfish. More salmon. So it was kind of interesting. There were six of us on the boat. 2 father-daughter couples and a mother-son. So it was really, really kind of nice. But these things were incredible. Lingcod, rockfish. Yeah, she couldn't even lift that thing. But look at this. That was our catch for the day.
They have a slot limit on the lingcod.
Yeah, the 30. So here's a lingcod minimum is 35 inches minimum. So they had a yardstick and they put it right in. I said, yeah, that's good. And lingcod limit was 1 per person per day. And that was the last thing we fished for. They took us to one spot and it was just 200 feet down, big cedar plugs with rubber tails. And you said, just drop it down to the bottom, just give it 1 jig. And sure enough, all 6 of us in 5 minutes had lingcod up on the boat. It was incredible.
Did anybody get big ones?
Not,
Nothing.
no, the halibut, my daughter got the big halibut. I was around 80 pounds. So, but there's 70 pounds of all kinds of fish in my freezer right now. So anyway, thank you very much.